The marble lobby of Kenzaki Corporation was pristine and cold. A young man stood near the reception, his cheap suit a stark contrast to the opulence, and then the sound of frantic heels. Daichi looked up just in time to see a vision in cream silk sprinting directly at him, honey blonde curls flying like a storm behind her. Before he could even think to move, she crashed into him, arms locking tight around his neck, nearly knocking him off balance.
Dad, he's the one. The fiancé I told you about. Daichi.
Asuka, what is the meaning of this? You never mentioned any fiancé.
Fiancé? I've never seen her before. I'm just here for a job interview. What is happening?
The CEO's gaze locked onto Daichi. It was the stare of a man who had crushed competitors without blinking, and it demanded an answer.
I know. I wanted to tell you sooner, but Daichi was so nervous. Please, Dad, just meet him properly.
Daichi's mind went blank. His fingers went numb, and the resume folder slipped, sending papers skittering across the marble floor. Before the CEO could utter another word, Asuka seized Daichi's wrist and pulled him down a side hallway, her grip urgent and trembling.
I'm so sorry. Just come with me, please. I'll explain everything.
She pushed open the door to an empty meeting room, locked it behind them, and turned to face him with a desperate, cornered look.
Locked the door? Who is this woman? And what have I gotten myself into?
You must have so many questions. I owe you the truth. No matter how crazy it sounds, my father arranged my marriage to a rival's son. A man I've never met, but already despise.
Arranged marriage? So that's why she... No, this is insane. She doesn't even know my name.
I saw you in the lobby, looking harmless and confused. I acted on impulse, but I need your help. Pretend to be my fiancé for 3 months. I'll pay you 5 million yen and give you a real job here.
Daichi's eyes remained locked on the contract. 5 million yen, a job. It was an escape from his dead-end life, or a leap into absolute chaos.
5 million yen. And a salary. That would clear my mother's medical debt overnight. No more suffocating rejection letters.
Please, I know it's a huge burden, but I'll protect you from my father's suspicions. Just 3 months.
Why me? I'm nobody, a failed interviewee in a cheap suit. You could have picked anyone.
You looked genuine, not greedy or calculating like the sharks my father deals with. I needed someone real.
She slid a blurred photo across the table. A man with a cruel smirk and cold eyes. Daichi's stomach nodded.
That's him. I can't live shackled to a monster. This is my only chance to fight back. But I need you.
Fight back? I know that feeling. Every day since middle school, I've been a punching bag. Maybe this is my shot to be someone else.
Daichi picked up the pen. The weight of his empty bank account and his mother's thinning face made his fingers tremble.
Forgive me, Mom. I'm about to sell my name to a lie, but at least the bills will get paid.
Thank you. I won't let you regret it. Now, let's go meet your new father-in-law before he tears the building apart.
Asuka steadied herself and led Daichi back toward the lobby, where her father waited with the patience of a glacier. The CEO's gaze was unreadable as Asuka kept her arm linked through Daichi's, forcing a smile.
Father, this is Daichi. I'm sorry for the secrecy. I should have told you sooner.
A surprise, Asuka. I'll reserve judgment until I understand this young man better.
He motioned to an assistant who produced a temporary badge and a desk assignment.
A desk already? This is happening too fast. I'm in it now. No turning back.
Join us for dinner tonight. A car will pick you up from your apartment. We'll talk.
Dinner with the CEO? My only skill is looking confused. How do I survive this?
Of course, Father. Daichi, let's get you settled. We'll need to prepare you for tonight.
As the elevator doors closed, Daichi felt the crushing weight of a 5 million yen lie and a test he couldn't fail. Asuka's driver dropped them at a glittering high-rise. The city lights felt like silent witnesses.
All right, Daichi, let's rehearse. How did we meet? Keep it simple.
At a standing sushi bar? No, that's ridiculous. You'd never eat at a place like that.
You are overthinking. Just say something sweet. I liked your clumsy smile across the lobby.
She really is kind, not just a rich girl playing games.
Before she died, my mother made me promise. I'd only marry for love, not business.
I get it. When you are powerless, you'll grab any chance to fight back.
The space between them shrank. For a moment, the contract felt like paper, not chains.
My father will test you tonight. Don't let him see you sweat.
His phone buzzed with a message from the CEO's office. Dinner at 7 p.m. sharp. The car is waiting outside. The black sedan pulled up to a private restaurant, its entrance hidden behind ancient pine trees. Inside, Kenzaki sat at the head of a lacquered table, his eyes pinning Daichi like a specimen under glass.
Daichi. Was it? Tell me about your family. What does your father do?
He's a factory line manager. We're not wealthy, but he taught me to work honestly.
Father, Daichi is dedicated. He stayed up all night studying for this interview. He's not some entitled heir.
Honesty is rare, but my daughter's hand, that requires more than a clean shirt. What are your ambitions?
I want to be someone she can rely on. Not just a name, but a partner who pulls his weight.
Then you understand this merger with Tsukasa Group would have secured her future.
Daichi, are you all right? Father, please. The merger is not what's best for me. Daichi is.
Very well. Prove it. There's a gala next month. You'll attend as a couple. If you are serious, you'll show the world.
Over the following weeks, Daichi settled into a fragile rhythm. Shared lunches, coffee runs, and the constant weight of curious eyes.
Daichi, I brought your coffee. You looked like you needed it. Are you sleeping at all? The logistics proposal you flagged saved us 2 million yen in quarterly costs. Father noticed.
She's incredible. Not just a damsel in distress. She'd run circles around half the execs here.
But the whispers never stopped. In elevators, by the copier, their names tangled with envy. One afternoon, a bitter department head cornered Daichi by the water cooler. You think a cheap suit can fool anyone? We all know why you are really here.
That's enough. If you have concerns about my fiancé's qualifications, you can schedule a meeting with HR. Daichi's work speaks for itself. And if you value your position, you'll keep your speculation to yourself.
She protected me. After everything, she actually cares.
The interloper retreated, but the gala loomed. A stage where the entire corporate world would be watching. As the gala approached, Daichi and Asuka stole quiet moments after work, walks through neon-lit streets, shoulders brushing.
I've never felt this. Understood. But the better it gets, the more terrified I am of losing it.
A friend from university just called. She asked if I'd really escaped Tsukasa's engagement. I told her yes.
The name hit Daichi like a fist. Tsukasa. He hadn't heard it since middle school. Not since the hallway floor had been his desk.
Tsukasa. The one who made every day a torment, who dumped my books and laughed. It can't be the same person.
But the cruel smirk in the blurred photo, it matched the face that had haunted his nightmares.
That monster is the man she was supposed to marry, and I am standing in his way. If he finds out it's me, he'll destroy everything.
Daichi's fingers tightened around his coffee cup. He smiled at Asuka, hiding the storm. The gala was now a minefield, and his past had just become the detonator.
I should tell Asuka, but if I do, she'll see me as the victim I've always been. Can't I handle this myself?
The next morning, Daichi arrived early at Kenzaki Corp. In the silent hallway outside the CEO's office, a voice froze him. Kenzaki's speakerphone crackled with that same arrogant cadence. When will you announce the date? My father's patience is thinning.
Tsukasa, alive and pushing. He's planning to marry her no matter what. I have to stop him.
Instead of confiding in Asuka, Daichi turned to the company databases. Late nights became his battlefield.
Anomalies, double entries and outsourcing costs. These aren't just bad bookkeeping, they're deliberate.
He copied the files onto a hidden drive, heart pounding. If caught, his career ended before it began.
Asuka dreams of freedom. I'll give her the weapon, no matter the risk to me.
The deeper he dug, the more rotten the numbers became. Tsukasa Group was bleeding Kenzaki Corp dry, and nobody knew. Not the CEO, not Asuka. Only Daichi, and the countdown to the gala was ticking louder each day. The ballroom of the Imperial Hotel glittered with old money and sharper smiles. Daichi adjusted his rented tuxedo collar, feeling every thread.
Daichi, you are pale. Just stay close to me. My father's already been bragging about you.
He's here, the monster who broke my books and my spirit every single day.
Daichi, Asuka, I want you to meet someone, the son of the Tsukasa Group chairman.
Kenzo, always a pleasure. And this must be the famous Asuka. Stunning, as expected.
Tsukasa-san, this is my fiancé, Daichi. He's already a key asset to Kenzaki Corporation.
The world narrowed. Daichi saw that face, unchanged, the same eyes that had watched him bleed on middle school asphalt.
Daichi, wait. The cheap suit boy from middle school. Still cowering, I see. How nostalgic.
You two know each other? Daichi, you are shaking. What's going on?
In that instant, the gala transformed from a show into a cage, and the only person holding the key was the one who had once thrown him to the ground. When a socialite pulled Asuka away, Tsukasa cornered Daichi near a service corridor, his smile venomous.
You think this rented tux hides the gutter you crawled from? Asuka will drop you once she sees you for the worm you are.
Before Daichi could answer, Asuka appeared behind them, her voice slicing through the tension.
Tsukasa, if you have something to say to my fiancé, you can say it to me.
Tsukasa laughed and melted into the crowd, but his eyes promised this was not over. Daichi's hand trembled as he pulled Asuka into a quiet hallway away from the champagne and the lies.
Asuka, the real reason I froze. Tsukasa was my tormentor in middle school. Every day, he broke me.
Asuka's shock twisted into something harder than marble.
That monster? And my father wanted to hand me over like a contract. I'll personally see him ruined.
I've been investigating. His company is draining Kenzaki Corp through doctored contracts. I have proof.
Still huddled in the gala hallway, Asuka stared at the hidden drive Daichi pressed into her palm.
This isn't just bad bookkeeping. My father's lawyers dismissed these as clerical errors. They were deliberate fraud.
Look, double payments to a shell company. Over 50 million yen funneled out. Tsukasa's signature is on the authorization.
The orchestra beyond the walls played a waltz, but between them there was only the silence of a decision waiting to be made.
If we go to my father now, he'll demand airtight proof. We need the original forged contract. That's the only way to annul the engagement.
The smoking gun, but it's locked in Tsukasa's private office. How do we even get past security?
Leave that to me. Board member Saito despises the Tsukasas. He'll help us, but only if we deliver him an undeniable document.
A pact was sealed in that hallway. A fake fiancé and a desperate heiress united, not by money, but by a common enemy.
For the first time in my life, I am not fighting alone. I am fighting for someone who fights back.
They stood up, smoothing their formal wear. The gala awaited, but now they were soldiers walking back into a battlefield only they could see. After the gala, Daichi returned to his real battlefield, the office after dark. The faint hum of servers became his only company.
The access codes Asuka gave me opened everything. Tsukasa's shell company is a ghost, but paper trails bleed.
He printed reams of doctored contracts, each page a nail in a coffin. The more he found, the deeper the pit in his stomach grew.
Daichi, you haven't slept at all. Here, I brought you coffee. You need to rest.
I can't. The board meeting is next week. If I don't find the original, Saito won't risk his position.
Days blurred into a haze of numbers. Daichi stopped going home, his bloodshot eyes scanning spreadsheets like a lifeline. Asuka found him slumped against the copier, a folder of suspect invoices scattered around him.
Daichi, Father's coming this way. Get up. I'll say you are with me on a project. Don't fall apart now.
The CEO's measured footsteps echoed down the hall. Asuka draped her jacket over Daichi's shoulders, feigning a work discussion. Kenzaki only nodded and passed. The lie held, but Daichi's body was failing. The proof was close, but so was the breaking point. The following morning, Tsukasa's investigators delivered a thick file, a cheap suit applicant, no pedigree, and a sudden engagement.
Daichi, you fool. Did you think I wouldn't check? A rented tuxedo and a bought smile. How perfectly pathetic.
That evening, Tsukasa cornered Daichi in the underground parking garage, footsteps swallowed by concrete.
I know everything. The fake contract, the lies. How long before Kenzaki learns his future son-in-law is a fraud?
He knows. He's going to destroy everything.
But I'll offer a deal. Delete every file you've dug up on my company, then resign, walk away, and I forget your face.
You think I'd betray Asuka? After everything you've done to me?
Betray? You are nothing but a tool she'll discard. Refuse, and this parking garage becomes the last place anyone sees you.
Tsukasa's car door slammed. Daichi stood frozen, his phone heavy, half a terabyte of evidence, and a single impossible choice.
If I delete it, Asuka's trapped. If I don't, my life is forfeit.
Daichi called Asuka the moment he reached his apartment. Minutes later, she was at his door, and by morning they were huddled over a table in a vacant office.
Tsukasa knows about the contract, the investigation, everything. He'll destroy us unless I delete the files and disappear.
He thinks we're cornered. But this is exactly why we need to move now. I'll talk to Saito today.
The sparse office became a war room. Asuka pulled up the contact for the only board member who had privately expressed disdain for the Tsukasa family. Later that afternoon, Asuka sat across from a shadowed figure in a private lounge. Her voice never wavered.
We have evidence of embezzlement, but the final piece, the original forged contract, is in Tsukasa's office. I need a reason to access it.
The figure slid a single card across the table. A VIP tour pass for Tsukasa's headquarters, valid for 2 hours next week.
So you'll back us? Once we have the forgery, you'll bring it to the board?
A single nod was her answer. No more words, no paper trail. Just a deadline, and the knowledge that if Daichi failed, both of them would be crushed.
I've been a coward my whole life. But this time, I'll walk into that office and take back everything he stole from me.
The VIP pass slid through the reader with a soft beep. Daichi walked into Tsukasa's headquarters like a ghost, his cheap suit now a disguise. He slipped into Tsukasa's private office while a tour group passed. The air was cold with privilege and stolen money.
There, the locked drawer. Asuka said the original contract would be in a red folder.
He found the document, a forgery with Tsukasa's signature and a doctored company seal. His phone camera clicked, capturing every damning detail. As he turned to leave, Tsukasa stepped out of the shadows in the corridor. The door behind Daichi clicked shut.
I knew you'd be stupid enough to try. Hand over the phone, and maybe I'll let you crawl out of here.
I'm not the kid you pushed around anymore. Move aside, Tsukasa.
For a heartbeat, Tsukasa's smirk cracked. He saw something in Daichi's eyes he had never seen before, a fire that did not beg. Daichi shoved past him and ran. Alarms began to scream through the building as he burst out of the emergency exit. As he reached the street, Tsukasa's voice echoed behind him. "You'll regret this, worm. I'll bury you and your lies." Daichi ran until he reached the apartment. He handed Asuka the phone, every photo a bullet in the chamber.
It's done. We have everything. Father's still at the office. We go now.
They entered Kenzaki's office unannounced. His eyes widened, then narrowed at the folder in Asuka's hands.
You'd better have an explanation for this, Asuka. I have a merger to salvage.
She laid out the forged contract, embezzlement, doctored accounts. Kenzaki's face hardened to stone with each page.
Enough. Get me Tsukasa Sr. on the line. This engagement is over. As of this moment, the engagement is dissolved. Now, I want the full truth about this charade you've been running.
I hired him. Daichi was a stranger from the lobby. I needed to avoid marrying that monster. But since then, everything became real.
Real? You lied to me, risked my company's reputation. And you, Daichi, you expect to just walk away?
No, sir. I expect nothing. But I won't apologize for what I did to protect your daughter.
Kenzaki held Daichi's stare for a long moment, then gestured for Asuka to leave. The office fell silent. From a desk drawer, the CEO pulled out a check for 5 million yen. He pushed it across the polished wood.
You fulfilled your contract. Take the severance and walk away with your life. Kenzaki Corp owes you nothing.
Daichi looked at the check, the sum that would have changed everything months ago. Then he pushed it back.
I didn't stay for the money. I stayed because your daughter taught me to fight for something real.
The CEO studied him, the way a jeweler examines a stone for cracks. Then, unexpectedly, he gave a weary nod.
You have more spine than half my board. There's a permanent position in the management division. Don't waste it.
As Daichi accepted the handshake, the CEO added a final condition, his voice softer than before.
And Daichi, treat my daughter well. She may have bribed you, but I see she chose better than I did.
The office door opened. Daichi walked out with a job, a future, and the cautious blessing of the man who once saw him as an intruder. Asuka was leaning against the hallway wall, her heel tapping the marble floor. When the door opened, her anxious eyes found his.
Well, did you survive? He looked like he wanted to throw you out the window.
I have a job offer and a warning to treat you well. But first, let me do something I've wanted to do for 2 months.
What's that?
A real first date. Just coffee, no contracts, no fathers, just us.
She laughed, a free, unburdened laugh that he'd only heard in fleeting moments before. This time, it stayed. Their hands found each other on the table. No rehearsed scripts, just the simple certainty of fingers interlacing.
I was so scared you'd only ever see me as a hire, but somewhere along the way, I wanted this to be real.
Then, let it be real. No more pretending.
Under the amber glow of a street lamp, he kissed her, the first real kiss of a story that had begun with a desperate lie. 6 months later, the cheap suit was gone, replaced by quiet confidence. Daichi knelt in the same cafe where it all turned real.
Asuka, you gave me a lie and turned it into the best truth of my life. Will you marry me? For real this time?
Yes, 1,000,000 times yes. No contracts, no fathers, just you and me.
They walked out of the cafe with the ring on her finger and the future wide open, the city lights celebrating with them. That evening, Kenzaki looked up from his dinner as they burst in. For the first time, his smile reached his eyes.
About time. Welcome to the family, officially.
Later that night, Daichi sat alone at his desk. He pulled out an elegant invitation card and a fountain pen.
You told me I'd always be a worm, but worms turn soil, and I turn my life. Here is your invitation to watch.
He slid the envelope into a mailbox as the first light of dawn broke over the city. A quiet, final victory. The invitation was in the mail, somewhere in the city. A monster was about to learn that the kid he once broke had risen. In a dark apartment, Tsukasa tore open the wedding invitation, his face contorted into a mask of pure fury.
That worthless insect. He actually did it. He took everything from me.
Behind him, his father's voice thundered with disgust. The golden heir had tarnished the family name. At the modest reception, Kenzaki raised a glass, his stern face finally softened by pride.
I never dreamed of a real wedding. with my father smiling like this.
We built this with lies, but the foundation is truth. I love you.
Their fingers interlaced, both wearing gold bands. The past was sealed somewhere across town. Tsukasa sat alone in silence. The crumpled invitation lay at his feet. Under the cherry blossoms, Daichi and Asuka shared their first dance as husband and wife. The bully's rage was distant thunder. Their laughter carried on the wind. Free, months after the wedding, Daichi and Asuka returned to the cafe where their real story began.
Remember when we sat here, pretending everything was fine? Now it actually is.
We fooled the world, but we didn't fool ourselves. I'd do it all again.
They toasted with simple coffee, the most honest drink they'd ever shared. In a gray office, Tsukasa sorted mail under a buzzing fluorescent light. The wedding invitation was pinned behind him.
I thought I was untouchable. Now, look at me.
On the riverbank, Daichi and Asuka walked barefoot in the grass, the city a distant murmur.
No more running, no more lies. Just this.
He squeezed her hand. The light bent gold around them, and the road ahead was finally theirs. They walked forward, shadows long and future longer. The boy, who was a worm, had become a man who wrote his own ending.